Alrighty. Gonna be taking a look at my latest Kog'Maw gameplay. So this was not a fun one for me, and I'm gonna do my best here to, I don't want to feel like when I do these that I'm analyzing every single, or I'm just narrating the game, because it's not interesting. You can basically watch what's happening and see for yourself what's happening, and there's no need for me to go and say every little fucking thing. That's not what I want these to be. That's what I feel like the AP Malphite video was, and I kind of was like regretting that. Except for towards the end, I had some crucial thoughts about what the fuck I was doing. So here I'm gonna try and do the same thing. I'll keep it pretty straightforward, and not to mention, a lot of this early game actually not that important. If it is, I'll slow it down and then talk about that, but I just find that most of the time it's not. It's just not, especially if I'm looking to scale. So here I am playing Kog'Maw looking to scale, and you can see I'm facing basically all AP. In fact, all AP. I don't know what's going on with the... You see this? There's like that gap between the side of the screen there. Oh. I'm fucking not, I refuse. I just want to say now, and I'm committing to this, I'm not going to narrate every detail of the game. This is a note to myself because I don't want to do that. That's not what this video is for. I want to reiterate that as many times as I need to, because I have a habit of doing that when I try to do this stuff. Not to mention I'm just new at this in general, Reviewing VODs, talking about my gameplay, it's not something I do ever. Blah blah blah. See First Blood, but the main thing I want to talk about is my build here. I'd seen videos of Tank Kog'Maw on the web, even pros, whatever, doing this shit. I don't know if they're memeing or if it's just legit, but I gave it a try because we got full AP here. So why not go Wit's End? Why not go fucking Mercurial, Scimitar, and whatever else is. I went Merc Dreads too, all the things. I went, yeah. So it was overall pretty tanky. And to this day, this is a couple nights ago I played this game, and to this day I wondered if I should have just built Glass Cannon and crossed my fingers. Just prayed for the best. And matchup wise, we have two tanks, which really should be pretty good for me. The only issue is we saw Ramus doing a lot of this and exactly that happening, and this was across the entire game. I don't think there were many fucks given from the side of Ramus. That's fine. So normally I have no interest in dying that soon. In fact, see the magic resist already kicking in here. So I will talk about this spot here. The amount of crowd control is pretty unbelievable in this game. I'm looking out Morgana Qs. If I walk up, we got this guy. Minions aren't protecting me from Mordekaiser E nor Rakan W. So yeah, just overall disrespecting out here. Getting caught. I swear to God, I swear to you, I usually listen for that sound when he activates it before I even see it. You can hear him go. There's that little whatever the fuck that sound is, and I listen for that, and I normally hear it. This time I didn't. Cut me off guard. Tease what to tease. At this point, I accept my death. It's a 4-man stun, so But essentially, we're looking at a full dive comp here. That's the main reason I went full magic resist. Because I mean, what else am I really gonna do here? I don't know. Right? Because the only other way to play this game is to build glass cannon and wait for the entire engage to take place first, which really I probably should have. That's probably how I should have played. But that's why I'm reviewing this video specifically, because I want to, in hindsight, see if I can have a clearer picture. That's what kind of makes a game like this boring potentially, you know? Oh, that's nice. Every once in a while, Ramus would engage and actually manage to have follow-up, which was cool. But most of the time, he didn't. So was not looking for it, I suppose. Alright, I actually want to take a look at these fights here. If I imagine these a little differently, let's see what happens. Let's pause. Okay. He's low health, that's nice. I can just sit here and do my thing. However, we got these guys coming up, so if I keep that in mind, let's see what I can do here. Right? It takes 0 time at all for Rakan to get there. He may have been here, but Echo's here. Rakan has an E. Bounces to Echo, you know what I mean? It takes no time at all. Takes no time. And you talk about how much fucking CC they have. Boom, I get pulled in again. Right? So let's say, for instance, I'm back here. I'm like a good half a screen behind like the line of scrimmage, whatever the fuck it's called. Right here I am. I'm able to auto attack, and I'm outside of Mordekaiser's passive. I was just playing like an idiot. I think my build, really I should have gone glass cannon, because what the fuck else, you know? I may as well go all in, especially in a game like this when it's going to be so difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see just how many fights play out like that, because I feel like this game was hell for me. I'm thinking I would have almost rather seen myself build the Gale Force, you know. Here I am. Alright, let's take a look at that one more time. The entire engage from either side, I just can't be there. I can't be there for it. I can't. Whether it's Ramus engaging, whether it's Malzahar engaging, it just Cho'Gath landing a Q, I can't stick around for any of that initially. Like, oh, we got caught. Oh, we caught him. Time after time, Rakan landing multi fucking knockups. Works out, but the principle still stands. It's just, you know. Not to mention, this is something I didn't talk about in the last video. In Aram, right? Now I'm getting into Aram specifics. You can't back. Everybody knows that. You can't back. So, I guess I did touch on this in the last video, but it's better to leave these guys at low health than to kill them in a lot of cases. That way you get the full reset taking place from the enemy. Well, not, you know, the other teammates' full reset. And yet you have these guys at like 10 HP. So that sets you up perfectly for the next team fight. So for me to take the initial engage and say, oh, I gotta get this kill sealed away. Not necessarily the case. There's not necessarily that urgency there as there would be in like Summoner's Rift. You know? So getting that little poke, that little mini engage is fine. And just leaving it at that. No problem. This looked better, only because I was actually listening for the Echo W this time, as I normally do. Right? There it is. You saw the animation, he kind of lifts his hand a little bit. So there I was looking for it. So this already looks better. Already looks better. I can expect Recon W in another... it's probably up now or so. I'm not used to his cooldowns, but you know what I mean. That's kind of the main one I should be looking for, I think. Looking back. When I see this, Morgana stepping into the bush, I already know she's standing here looking for a Q. So let's see where I stand. Okay. You know, when I see that, though, I do try to, like, taunt that that max range sort of line. You know, it's probably about here or so. I'll try to skirt that edge and bait a Q, essentially. You can see some people don't necessarily pay attention to that. So I gets hit by the bind, but I'm just saying that's what I'm looking for there. I am looking for it, which is good to see. This happens at least twice, I recall. Let's watch it back, because I'm looking for R's at this point, but okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Let's watch this. What is this? What is this? Okay. I'm already upset because when I have a LeBlanc on my team, guess what? She's on her own. That's an assassin we're talking about. She's on her own. She's doing her own thing. You think I can follow up a LeBlanc? Hell no. Look at Cho'Gath clearing minions as I should be, essentially. And that I'm essentially looking for R's. I'm looking for poke. Still not worth it though. So I'm fucked. I am fucked. Even after Merc Treads, I shouldn't. That's why Merc Treads, you know, sometimes when there's this much crowd control, it actually makes Merc Treads less worth it, especially if you're going to be squishy enough. Because if you get caught, you're screwed anyway. So you know, whatevs. Let's skip ahead. Blah blah blah. I'm here to review my own gameplay. Like I said, I'm not gonna, you know, analyze every single second of this video. The main thing I'm here to talk about is my build path this game that I was already upset about towards the end of the game, as well as my positioning on a freaking Kog'Maw. I mean, and I don't want to give myself excuses. Like, they could have all the crowd control in the world. They could have worse crowd control than this. It's very possible. And I don't want that to feel like it's doomed. I don't want to feel like it's, you know, I feel like there's a lot more to it than that. And there's always a way to win. To a certain degree. Wow. Just barely dodged that. Okay, fuck me. Yeah, I got a QSS. Yeah, I was not having it. But then again, I was playing like a dumbass, so hey. Right? I mean, so at this point, we're talking about very little attack speed. Wow, dagger's 12%? That's pretty high. I didn't realize that was that much. Just for one dagger. Yeah. Not looking good. Okay, clearing waves. Let's see. I heard that. I need I don't know, dude. If nothing else, I always need to consider Echo W. What if he's in the bush? I don't think I'll hear the animation, right? Or of course I won't see it, but I don't think I'll hear the start of it either. So, would have been nice of him to do for them is to play a bit more bush control. I mean, they certainly could afford to do so. So I saw him ghost, and I figured, alright, it's probably go time. He hasn't... I couldn't actually... Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Let's if I can step back. Okay. I'm here. Yeah. Rakan's there. So far, so good. Alright. There's the W. Let's... Okay. I still don't like that because... Let's take a look. Let's take a look at where he W'd, right? That easily could have been me. Comes up, we got the bind, Malzahar, what the fuck? Did he eat a Morgana? So he eat a Morgana, boom, W. I guess I was fine then. What I don't want to do is play hindsight hero. However, I just had I wasn't paying attention to a con, but had I been, was I in the right spot? And I think in this case, yes, I was. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend I was actually paying attention to Rakan's specific positioning, because I certainly wasn't. Looks good. We got the... So you notice how I dodged the initial engage. That's what I do. I dodge the initial engage. And all of a sudden, Morgana's in a position to have to flash in order to land anything after that. Right? So I suppose that's good, unless you wanted to throw a random Q, but... So I think I'm fucked here, yeah. Yep. So let's say that I went glass cannon and I played according to the game plan in my head right now, which is just kind of sitting back for the entire fight, essentially. It's not like it's even the initial engage. I would have to sit back for almost the entire fight, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm so sorry. Let's just see this one more time. Right? Everybody's unloading. And not to mention, we have tanks that really aren't that tanky yet. Okay, we got people recognizing the full AP, so that's helpful. Okay, well, we have 2 members getting completely just ran down. Make that 3 members, sorry. I suppose when I see Malzahar get caught initially, I mean, what the fuck is that about, right? It's probably just time to go after I see that happen, because, and that's just for my own safety. It'd be more reasonable if we had like Cho'Gath or Rammus getting caught initially. Malzahar had no idea what he was doing. He just walked up the tower and figured it was time to go. So I think for that fight, for a position like that, it's best to not even continue to look. LeBlanc's getting ulted. At this point, I'm still just looking for R's. I have 0 health. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's zoom ahead. Here I come. Derping along. This is fine. This is cool. Is it though? What happened to my screen? What the fuck happened to my screen, eh? Yeah. Here we are. I guess this works. What the fuck? It looks like someone just vomited all over the camera. Okay. Okay. Where are we at? 9:59. What the fuck is going on here? 9:59. Crazy. Oh my god, dude, what is this? This didn't happen before? Oh my hell, dude, what the fuck? I think they were down. Yeah, they were down at least one person, right? Morgana. Not to mention we have our tanks getting caught out. Look at this. Right? So Ramus goes down. But we're looking pretty good. Don't you think? It's worth seeing then. And this'll carry into future games. Right? This is why Hindsight Hero you know, it has its place. Because how many times this game am I gonna see one of our carries getting caught out, including myself? Let's see just how many times they get the engage onto us carries. Alright, double ghost. What the fuck? That one I emoted. It's pretty silly. Okay, Ramus is getting all the heat. He's getting everything. Morgana missed her ult onto me at least. We still have. Okay, so this is where my magic resist is kind of not good. Let's take a look one more time. Oh yay! Cleared up. Can't really say that I was watching for Echo's R. Just wasn't. But good on him. You know, ultimately, I'm not going to care about that too much. I'm actually not. I will do my absolute best to keep an eye out for that Echo R, that little shadow behind him, but I would say that I had pretty ideal conditions for that fight, with Ramus getting engaged onto. Let's see what I would want to look for in the future. Okay. So in terms of our damage, right? We're looking fine. Ramus is getting all that shit. Right. So we have a tank going down, but we're looking okay. Yeah, this game's rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's just rough. Because at this point, essentially, this is almost like a full reset team fight. You know? Minus the recon, that's pretty handy. But it would almost require them at this point to then engage on the Cho'Gath without me being even in the picture. But then again, I'm kind of a fucking idiot. You know what this is? Is a protected Kog'Maw game where nobody has the ability to protect me. They could even try as hard as they could, but I think I don't have the tools to be protected. So I'm a little bit fucked here. I mean, it's just so hard to play. I would have to play like pixel perfect, and then even then, okay. You know, cause there it's kind of like in Summoner's Rift too. You may get matchups that you can win, but you would have to play flawlessly, and those aren't ideal matchups. Like you know, you maybe have like a one trick or like something that you play religiously, but you get a bad matchup and you have to play it to perfection, otherwise you're fucked. You know, okay, so there he is playing the bush actually. Bro. I mean, this fight went about as good as it kind of could have in terms of what they were able to land on me. I mean, I got out of the Mordekaiser ult, and look at how much damage he still did. That's with tons of magic resists. I can't believe it. But, hey. I don't know. What the fuck just happened? I get engaged on, but, you know, nobody's really that close to me right now. Fuck, this game sucks. Every one of us would have had to kite back. For me. For the sake of me getting any damage off, because we have, you know... we have Rammus engaging. Right? I mean, dude. Look at this. Our damage is coming from, of course, LeBlanc. She's going to be on her own, though. Looking for whatever sort of damage she can find. It's me and Malzahar, dude. Like, we're ideally kiting back, and when that's just not fucking happening, I'm not allowed to walk up if Rammus goes in like this. I'm just not. They have too many tools. I'm fucked. They have Ghost, they have Snowball, they have this, they have that, they have Ignite, they have Binds. I can't walk up even if we get a perfect engage. Because it's not... I want to say it's not, like, on us to get the engage. It's on these guys. I don't know. I mean... I was thinking, too... You know, like, I would have considered an AP Kog'Maw, but look at us. I think it just would have made it too easy for them still. Not that it wasn't easy for them. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Also, I didn't mean to bring Ignite. I meant to bring Mana because, you know, I can just spam R's, whatever I need to do. Okay. I'm actually kind of allowed to get damage off here, but look at my autos. I'm doing shit for damage. Even with W. There, I got pretty goddamn lucky. That was a bad QSS by me. So here, I knew the bind was coming. I think that was a bad QSS. I could see where the rest of them were. There was no immediate danger. May as well just sit in it. I mean, we're talking snowballs. We're talking Rakan flying in. It's everything, dude. I'm not even allowed to be there. In fact, I should just be looking to wave clear. This is one of those games where I've played so far back it's not even funny. That's what it comes down to, though. Okay, so before I even get into this game, if I'm in Champ Select, and this is what I see on my team, and I'm fucking Kog'Maw, you know, could be hard times. They just so happen to end up with a pretty hard engaged comp, and that just doubles down on the hard times. Like, we already know. I already know going into this game, LeBlanc's game plan, Rammus's game plan, generally speaking, he was crazier than I expected, but regardless, I know his general kind of pattern he's going to follow. Malzahar wants to kite back. You can see him doing that. I want to kite back, but yeah, it's just rough. It's really rough. You know, with a game like this, I think we just take the loss, we just accept it. However, it doesn't mean we can't play differently, and I would have played way further back at every stage of this game had I truly given it some thought. You know, my win condition versus what my team wants to do, it's not always going to align. And that's something that I didn't recognize, and that's something that I can hopefully recognize going into the games ahead. But seriously, let's look at my build. You can see we're talking, it's practically full tank. It's practically what it is. I figured with my W, the percent health, I've seen it done before and it does fine, you know. All your damage is basically coming from your W and then the occasional R. But it really didn't feel like much this game. So, in hindsight, would have gone, you know, Kraken, Hurricane, and then Bloodthirster maybe. Something just to keep me in it. Not even Merc Treads. Fuck Merc Treads. Go them Zerker Greaves. And I think in the future I would do that. So when I'm able to see the ghost pops, I don't know, that's my time to get the fuck out of there. So there's Rammus doing his thing. It's a real shame, man. And the sad thing is, if I was the Rammus this game, I'm afraid that I may have done similar things. I'd be thinking, okay, well, fucking I'll create space and Kog'Maw can sit there and do his thing. But it's just not fucking possible. It's not something I can do. Not to mention once he goes in, he's fucked, man. Like he's gonna have a hard time getting out of there. I know that feeling well, and it sucks as a tank. Yeah, look at how fucked I am. What even just happened there? How did I get walked in on like that? So you guys, I was thinking, Rakan, blah blah blah. There it is, the flash. So I got hit by the Rakan R, and that ultimately. Oh wow, okay. So I QSS the Mortal, second time in a row. Yeah, I'm afraid I just do no damage. 2-0 damage. Because I end up with Mordekaiser a lot here, right? So he still does quite a bit of damage to me. And he's fucking tank! He's tank! I mean, you know, whatever, but he didn't get the... I figured at the very least he was going Riftmaker and he was doing some like kind of true damage of some kind, but... Good lord, man. Look at that shit. He's got the slows. I don't care. Well, this game's not over yet, is it? What the fuck? I think I basically summed up whatever I need to analyze here. We basically have tanks, not Cho'Gath, but Rammus has a very limited role. You know, kind of just goes in. Holy shit. And that created a lot of problems for not just me, but the whole team. What the fuck? Hold on. I was just laughing at this in the moment. She walks into the W, flashes, Zonia's. That's just funny. You know how sometimes in Aram you'll get those LeBlancs that feel like they at least know how to land damage? I feel like this LeBlanc didn't even have that going for her, so yeah, I don't know, pretty fucked all around. And when I say I'm here to analyze my own gameplay, that kind of falls into it still. Like, I'm here to look at the tools that I have available regarding my teammates, and when I see these tendencies coming from the Rammus, coming from the LeBlanc, you know, it's hard times. I know that I can expect that from them, and then it just makes my life a living hell. I mean, what the fuck can I even do? Truthfully. I don't know why he insists on ulting me 3 times in a row when I have QSS. He's probably just hoping I didn't have it off cooldown or something. Yeah, and the sad thing is I don't think my magic resist amounted to much here in this entire game. Look at this shit. I can't fucking kill anything. I can't do a damn thing. I'm gonna definitely start reading patch notes too. I don't know if, you know, what gets nerfed, when it gets nerfed, and maybe there's things that I build and believe are strong that just aren't strong as they used to be or something, and I would never before have paid attention to patch notes or even ARAM buffs and nerfs. It's worth checking out. Here I am just getting my shit ran over. And that's kind of the story of this fucking game, yeah. He actually got me in his ult that time. Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. So let's take a look. I'm gonna see. Yeah, damage, quote unquote. None of it meant anything. None of it meant anything. So, starting from champ select, if I see this, and this is kind of my closing thoughts, because without the ability to constantly play Hindsight Hero, I want to know what I can expect going into games in the future. So, or, you know, what kind of patterns I can develop and notice right away. So going into this game, like I said, we have our damage. This is our damage. Okay? LeBlanc is a wild card in my eyes every time. If they're really good, that's super rare and that's fantastic, but I'm not going to bank on it. Just not. Not to mention I'm not going to play around them, and I shouldn't ever. Because they're flying all over the place. That's just LeBlanc. She can teleport 6 different locations at once, and, you know, she's on her own. That's all I'm saying. So we have our tanks, right? But this is our damage. This is our tanks. What do they want to do? What do we want to do? We want to kite back. Yeah, shit just ain't happening. I can't expect, you know, anytime you have a tank player in ARAM, you can't expect them to even visualize kiting back for you. It's not usually the case. They want to engage. They imagine that they are the go button for your team. I can't necessarily fault them for thinking that, but it is faulty thinking. And sometimes I find myself in the same thought pattern playing a tank. So just all things to keep an eye out for and to keep in mind. Right? I mean, this is a rough game for Kog'Maw. That's all I'm really trying to get at here. It's just hard times. And I can't expect these guys to play the way that I want them to play. I refuse to type in-game unless I'm trolling. I just don't want to do it. I don't think that the game requires it. I'm a big watcher of Nice, and he's kind of under the same philosophy. I guess I picked that up from him, but I've learned, experientially that pings can do everything you need them to do. And I don't actually ping as much as I probably should if I'm playing to win. And I play Arams to win, like a freaking tryhard, but is what it is. Sometimes I'll just try to have fun, but these days I enjoy the challenge of playing to win, no matter what the comp is. Right? That's it. That's all I got. That's it. Glass cannon and kite back. When you see this shit, just continue to run for your life. Maybe you'll get some damage in, maybe you won't, but that's really all you can do. All right. So that's all I got. And then we were blessed with this enemy team of a comp here. It's ridiculous. I got pretty unlucky because if it was, even if it was something more poke heavy, I could accept that, right? I think in that case, magic, going tank is even more justified than this shit here. Because even if they have full poke and I have a hard time even getting damage off for that reason, that's fine. That I would prefer, because then we have engaged tanks, we have Snowball, we have LeBlanc that can really start things off and truly create some space for me to actually walk up. So that would have been preferable. This is just unholy. This is crazy unlucky for me. So yeah, that's all I got. Those are my thoughts, and we'll see what I'll have to say about the next video. So see you around. Peace out.